I've got all the plastic and the little minions running around, Gus and Lulu. They've already messed up the plastic. All the stuff you need, paint brushes, the rollers, tray, the compound for the gluing the pillow stick tiles, plank tiles onto the wall there, because I'm going to turn that into basically a wood wall. And then the paint, which we've got a white color right there and a dark gray right there. And this little doodad is amazing. You turn it on. Maybe it was already on. Yeah, you turn it on. Boom, right there. And the dogs go crazy. And then you have all the lines. And your paint lines are crisp, clean, and you know exactly where you're at without even having to measure. I've already set that once. I've got it on. I'll actually double check it to make sure it's going. Make sure it's true all the way across. And the line goes up and over, and it goes down, goes across, and then back over here. So it's actually awesome. As long as you don't get in the way of the line level, it's self-leveling. So that's also awesome, within 4 degrees bubble. Got the door taped and the GoPro up there for a time lapse. So let's get this show going. You gotta go, kids. Sorry. Alrighty. That one's still going, I think. It's flashing. Looks like it is. And my phone shows something. So maybe it's working. So far, I've got my dividing line painted. That wall's going to be covered with the laminate floor. I've got the dividing line painted. Looks like I'm going to have to go over with another coat. So I've got that over there behind B. I've got this one here and this one here painted with the red line. And what you want to do, because what I want to do with the 2 different color of paints, the white right over there and this gray slate, the bottom below the red line is going to be white. Above the red line is going to be the slate gray, or whatever color that is. Well, what you do with your base coat, paint the color you're going to do first, like the white's going to go down. So paint that, get it good, get a good coat on there. Like I said, I'll probably have to do it again. Then come in, I'm going to put my tape, masking tape across there, and you paint the top of that, because this top's going to be a different color. So you paint the top of that tape white again. That way it seals off all the little imperfection and holes and stuff like that. So when it dries, then you come across and you paint your slate gray or whatever other color you choose. And then when you peel the paint, you have a crisp, clean, straight line with no little bleed overs in it, because the white paint, the second coat over the tape, sealed all those little holes with this background color that it already is. So basically you're just making that clear, crisp line when you pull that tape. It looks like it was, I mean, put on with a computer basically, because it'll look just like that laser, but a different color. It'll be straight. So we had to put the baby gate up to keep the dogs out, because they was in here. They was raising all kinds of hell. You seen them a minute ago. It was crazy when we first started. So I've got new plug-ins, new face plates, and new ones for the light switches, and do all that. Eventually, maybe 10 or 15 years, I'll take down that popcorn ceiling. Hopefully change the ceiling fan. I'm not fond of that, but that can be 2 or 3 years from now or 6 months from now. No hurry. I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm thinking about changing the trim around the doors. B actually had an excellent idea. It's just going to be a little work. Take that trim off and basically just do a one before ripped the same size as this, so it won't have any texturing on it. It'll just be a flat board, and do it like a barn door. It comes here, so it's 90 degrees. There's no 45 on it whatsoever. And you just do it like a barn door and stain it with a stain and leave it as is. And I can do that all the way around the door, around the baseboards, which that'll be different because it's different measurement. That's 2.25 inches, and that's 3.25, I think. Looks like it anyway. And then around the window sill and around this door. So I'm thinking that'll work out, but that may be at a later date too. But we can paint down to the edge of this, and I can actually increase the width of the paint, or the width of the trim to come up and lap over the paint, so it'll actually cover it up if we do that. And I can do the same thing here because I have a little leeway behind the door and behind the door over there. I actually do, instead of 2.25, I can do maybe 2.5 or something like that to overlap the paint line, so it won't even be seen. The ceiling, I may do a painted border around the edge. I don't know. I've thought about it, because if you do that, it gives an optical illusion of it's a taller ceiling. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And that laser is right in my eyes. Over here, like I said, that's going to be the laminate flooring that I'm going to actually cement to the wall right there with the trowel, because the peel and stick, it's gravity, and you have to pressure. It's pressure sensitive adhesive, so it won't stick to a wall. It will, but it won't stick permanently. So I've got the peel and stick tile adhesive, and I can put that on the wall and stick that up there, and it'll be up there permanently. Well, I know, baby, I know. She's feeling a little left out, a little lonely. Later the camera up here, it's on it catches mostly of the whole room with that time lapse. But guys, we're gonna probably take a break. We're about to eat, let that dry, and I'll probably come back in and do a second coat on that, just for the shits and giggles, basically. Turn off my laser so I don't run the batteries down. And after I get the second coat down and get it dried, I'll come back in and mask it off, and we'll see you then. So everyone stay tuned. This is a job. We got a hole right there we need to fix.
So I got a question.
Alrighty, we're back and doing it again. Had to get the time lapse going. It's dried enough. I've already tested on the. What the hell are you doing? Battery's low. Really? Hang on a minute. Let me get another battery. That's crazy. Oh, well, shit, fuzzy. Where's the ladder? I've got the damn battery pack on that. I didn't turn it on. Whoops.
We're going to take that up. It's not on there.
Alrighty. Okay. Camera connection lost. Let me try this again. Behind the scenes of squirrel. Gotta have a squirrel every time. Just squirrel nuts, exactly. Ryan is following me, I promise. Squirrels everywhere. Squirrel. I had the battery pack on that thing, and I totally forgot to turn it on. So I used the camera battery first, and didn't even use the battery pack. Made no sense to me. I'm an idiot. But you see the line. I've got it all painted across, and I've done the test over here. I put the tape on it, and I ripped the tape off. It didn't peel the paint, so it's good to go. And now we're recording again. All right. So the time lapse is going again. So now I'm going to come back and I'm going to paint or tape below the line, and then paint above the line and include the tape. So that way it will seal this. So when I paint above, everything's taken care of. And then I can come back, and below here, this is already painted. So I don't have to tape it. I can just continue down with the white. So it's already taken care of. I could have done that initially if I wanted to, just finish the white out. But I thought I want to go ahead and get my tape strip done. I want to paint this across with the tape on there, let that dry, because you have to let the white dry again once you paint it on the tape. And then once you paint the tape with the white right here, because this is your background color, then you can come up above the line and paint whatever color you have, and that will take care of your dividing line. And when you peel that tape, it'll be a clean, crisp, clear line because of the fact you've already got it painted and it's already sealed with your background color. And I said a while ago the slate color. Here's the colors. The dark color is City Rain Dynasty Marquee. It's one coat paint by Bear. And this one is a platinum. The numbers are PPU 25-21, and for the platinum it's PPU 26-11. So there's the two colors. Using the Bear paint because it's a one coat and forget it. But I thought I was gonna have to do 2 coats on this, but once it dried, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. So, and even the one coat over here covered up that dark brown and the light blue. So I think it's good. I'm not going to do a second coat on it. I'm just going to go as is. And I forgot my beard. This may be a short stint process because we have crawfish jalapeno poppers bacon wrapped in the oven. That's another video later. But so this might be a short stint. Then I'll have to splice these and carry on later. When I get this all done and all finished, I'll post the whatever that's called. What is that called? Time lapse. I'll post the time lapse as one video, and I'll post behind the scenes, which is this one, as another video. All right. B's got the border tape down here on the trim. I'm going to go across.
Which I didn't put it all the way up against
Oh, that's
on top.
yeah, that'll be.
If we're gonna redo that anyways, I don't care.
I'm going to go ahead and take that up because that's a hole in the plastic.
I know we don't have to be pulled out that far, but I don't care.
Yeah, go ahead. That up. And in the little spot right there, take that up. Okay. So all the holes in the plastic look like it's covered, maybe. I hope, anyway. So you come across without your head being in the way. Now with that level being on carpet, if you move, it will rock and move. Because it's doing it now.
Because of the fan.
But you can still get your line where you want it. You just got to move your head around because it's behind you. That's the only thing that stinks. Get your top part done, and then once your top part's on there, you just go across with the rest of it. Yep, it's in line. And you continue that all the way across the wall. Yeah, because it happened a while ago. I peeled this back, so B's gonna hold that right there while I pull, because I actually pulled my tape off where I already had it laid down. And the good thing about this level, the level itself,
For that thing behind you.
hello, the level itself was 60 bucks, but that's probably the $60 well spent, because simple fact, I tried doing this with the tape measure the other day, and it didn't work. I was off dramatically. So, I may have overpaid for it, but in the long run, I think it's worth it, and that's all that matters. Because I'll be able to use this in other projects throughout the house that I have. It's a self-leveling within 4 degrees bubble, so I don't have to worry about it. It self-corrects it itself if it is moved, if it's jiggly, if it walks, if it does whatever. It's self-correcting within 4 degrees bubble, and I'm fine with that. The hardest part is this right here. And even though it should seem easy, with my eyes, and the older I get, the tougher it is to focus in that red line. It looks like I'm on there, but then I have to double check to make sure I am because my eyesight sucks. So, and then you get my big head in the way, and it blocks out the laser, so you can't see anyway. All right, I've got that taped. Got this taped up with the laser level all the way across. Sorry about my shadow. Got that taped off all the way across. Back behind the door, what you've seen. There's the laser level. Got that painted. I'm gonna turn that off. The whatever those are called. Okay, well, the oven's done. B's got the corners over there. I've got that wall painted above the masking, that wall painted above the masking, this one, and the continuation of this one. So we got all the walls painted of the above the masking, but we did find out one thing. Of course, gravity takes effect, and we're going to have to do the white, which is the bottom color. Before. No. Hang on. We're going to have to do the dark color above because to do the top part first because it drips down. And then do the top part first, let it dry, and then come back and do the white, which is the bottom. Gravity takes effect. What goes up must come down. So there you have it. Paint the top part, you get drippings. It drips down on your freshly painted white paint, and that would just really piss me off. So we're going to do the top part first, which would be the dark brown, which would be the whatever color I said a while ago.
City Rain.
City Rain, I think it was. Yeah, there it is. Had to find my color swatches. The City Rain PU25-21. Right there. Paint that on the top, and the platinum PPU26-11 on the bottom. So we'll have that going on and get that done hopefully tonight or tomorrow, and then the only thing we'll have left is the hideous, gay looking circus wall. It's gotta go. It's gotta go. It is not game room friendly at all. Don't know what happened there, but something happened. But as I was saying, I'm ready to paint the borders around the windows, around those, and around the doors, and get those done with the dark colors first. And then once we get that done, we'll come back and paint the open areas with the rollers and everything else. But I want to get the dark areas around the borders, around the windows, around the trim, all that done with the barrier and the brush. So I'm trying to save as much on the trim as I can, even though I'm not going to reuse it. I sometimes want to save it. Yard sale, hello. But get that done, take that off, and I might use it from the project. Slice it off, slice it up, slice and dice it. Use it for another project, maybe even a picture frame or something. But save those, get as less paint on them as I can, paint around them, and then use those for something else maybe later on, and then come back and do the open areas with a roller instead of the brush and the barricade, or the paint divider thingy, majigger, hootis, you know, the canoodler valve, tiny, you know what I'm talking about. However, get that going. I'm gonna go eat because we got the steaks out of the oven and the jalapeno poppers bacon wrapped ready to go. So I'm gonna eat and we'll be back soon. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back. I can't get the preview of the time lapse, and I think I screwed up a while ago because I think I just recorded a regular recording on it. But anyway, we're back. We ate. We have the crawfish, jalapeno poppers, bacon wrapped, and now we're going to go around the edge of this over here, get that all painted, get that all done, and hopefully it's out of the way. Do what?
So be careful stepping over there on that fresh paint.
Yeah.
That you draw.
Okay, so now we need.
And I have to step right in.
And you separate. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, let me shake this up. Get it a little shaken, not stirred. And then I'll stir it up a little bit. I mean, we just got it a while ago, so it should be just fine. It shouldn't have to be shaken anymore. But, just to be on the safe side. All right. Back again with 3% battery. Got that wall finished. Got it done. It's all taken care of. Working on this wall next. So stay tuned. I'm going to charge this battery. And I'll be back. We got all that painted. All that done. I still think it's going to need a second coat. Just a slim second coat, if you will, because of the fact of it just the roller not catching all the little crevices, and that's about it. Other than that, it's covering up the color really well, as you can see. I'm ecstatic with it. I love it. I think it's going to be awesome. Fixing to have to shut the door, so you'll notice on the time lapse that it's going to be a little goofy, but you know, no fear. I'll put it back where it was. But that's what we got going on right now. Alrighty, folks. Well, we got the majority of it finished, per se. Got the top edge done, the paint line done. Still got some wet markings on it because we kind of went over in a few places extra. Done a few dabs here and there. And got that wall done. Over here and behind the door, over there above the door. There's B. Hey B. He done all the painting. I just done around the trim and he done everything else. All I done was just the border and he done the roller painting of everything else. Excellent job of it. Got it all done. Just let it dry. Okay, we're back at it. B's getting the paint shaken up. Getting it ready. It's all dry. We're just going to do a few touch-ups places, and we're not going to actually have to do a second coat. Just a few touch-ups where the roller didn't get it, and just a few spots. I don't know if you can see it right there. It's just kind of like bleeding through where the roller didn't. The roller. English is difficult. The roller didn't catch it. So what we're going to do is just do a few touch-up spots. Which one was you shaking, the white or the blue? The blue, okay. So we're going to do a few touch-up spots with that and get that done. And then we'll start on the white for the bottom. Get that painted, get all that done, and go from there. So, stay tuned. We'll have this done eventually, maybe, we hope. I know, I look rough, I hadn't shaved. And this is still my paint clothes from yesterday because I didn't want to mess anything else up. So, I had paint all over me. It was crazy. Okay. Whew. That was a little bit of tedious process, but we've got the white base coat down. Don't know if we'll have to do a second coat or just touch-ups here and there. We'll have to let that dry and figure that out. But we've got it all white painted. Hey, there's a time lapse. I've had to move around a few times. Here's a back shot of it with everything in the way. That's basically what it's gonna look like without everything, all the mess. You know, if you can picture. And the tape being off there and everything being done, which is not, it's probably about halfway. I mean, honestly, we don't have this wall finished or even started because we don't have the stuff to do it with yet. It's not come in. But there's a full view of the white and the dark together. It's just not seam lined because I don't have the tape pulled off yet because I want it to dry, and if we have to do any touch-ups, I still want the tape on there. I tried to protect the trim the best I could, which why I really don't know because we're probably going to take it up. But I wanted to anyway. And if you'll see from the previous owner, they didn't care. So, but I tried to save it the best I could. Just for the shits and giggles, I guess. We had to do a few touch-ups on the dark, but not much, honestly. It actually turned out pretty good with one coat. It done really well. And I'm actually surprised because I've done a test coat just with the white right there. And you'll notice with that dark color, with one coat, it covered it really, really well. So I'm kind of surprised at it. It looks good. I'm just gonna let it dry. Leave the ceiling fan on so it circulates, and come back and check it out from there. I do have new plug-ins and new face plates for everything. The only thing I didn't get, and I kind of wish I had it now, is actual new light switches. I got the face plate. I know you mentioned it. He did. He mentioned it, and I said, no, I don't need it. And after looking at them, I kind of wish I had a. But I can get those. They're not a big deal. It's like $1 a piece. And I probably will go ahead and get those and just trade out all the plug-ins and the face plates once everything is painted and finished. When it's finished painting, then I'll do that. As far as anything else, it's just a hurry up and wait now. So, hope you liked it. Still ongoing, still working at it. All we can do. Like I said, it's a hurry up and wait now. Oh, and the candied jalapenos are done. Let me show you. There is the candied jalapenos. B actually done them. I just hot bathed them. They're still sitting up. Some of them's actually popped. There's one that's popped, just the leftover juice, the syrup from it. I didn't want to waste that, so I went ahead and canned the syrup. So we've got 4 jars of syrup and 6 jars of candy jalapenos. These is the hot ones with the seeds in it. And this is the hot one. That's the not so hot without the seeds in the membrane. So that's got a few seeds lingering. I think that's just a mild one. That's a mild. So these 3 are mild, these 3 are hot. And that's the 4 jars of the leftover syrup. So these are actually amazing. If you've never had candied jalapenos, they're good. They're warm, but they're good. So, and all you have to do is just cook them down with the syrup and hot bath them. And we was doing that in between the painting. Imagine that. Okay, back again. And I did a little test peel a minute ago. Look at that clean, crisp line. So, I'm going to peel it off and see how it goes. I'll just prop this one up with the tripod. So it may take a minute. Just excuse all the rattling and shaking and all that good stuff. Because I may edit that out, and I may not. It's part of the video. Who cares? I know, Gus. You're not included, are you? That kind of sucks. All right, I got the time lapse going as well. Just going to grab that and do a slow peel on it. You know, honestly, you should do it quick, but I kind of hate to try that because the slower you peel, the more it comes off, and the quicker you peel, the more it leaves behind. So. Yep, see, he's peeling some of that paint. So, we'll just have to go through and do it like this. I see little touch-up spots, but nothing major. Yeah, feel the paint there. So it does feel the, ooh, it's only paint quite a bit right there. I'm not liking that. Quick. So I'll have to mask off and take care of my mess ups right there. And it may not have cured very much as far as me putting tape on it. You may need to cure some more. But if that's the only touch-ups I got, I'm not complaining. It's not bad. Not bad. There it is. I like that clean, crisp line. But we're gonna touch up. And that's gonna be a pain to do. I'll have to get that little bitty brush. Let's see what I can't do with that. Just
There's a tiny piece right here. Okay, you gotta move.
that's a little tedious right here. Because I've already got my line up there and I don't want to mess up my line. Steady hands and don't sneeze. Oh, I'm gonna sit down for this one. Because this one is all jacked up right here. And I'm gonna Basically, this is just baby steps. I'm just barely wiggling the brush to get it to move, to get the paint line on there. Trying to match it up with the rest of it. If you really look at it, you'll notice it, but from a distance, it'll never be noticed. And who knows, I may put a shelf or something right here too.
Your desk mate.
Yeah, the desk may even cover it up too. So, but that line is perfect. I love it. It's no bleed over. It's just where the paint peeled when I took the tape off, so it's just something I gotta live with. Like I said, it can be fixed. I'll know it's there. You'll know it's there. But the people that walk in and look at it will never know it's there.
I just heard one of them pop.
Yep.
It's probably the one you was complaining about.
Oh, it was. Bring it down so it kind of looks decent. I know, guys.
You know what you need in here?
No.
A big ass clock. Big old round clock somewhere.
There we go. Got that filled in, got that done. Now just look for the rest of them and that'll be
To
good.
your right, I see one of the tiny
Yeah.
spot. No, over to your right.
I know. I got a couple more I gotta do. All right, we're back. As you can tell, we got the flooring in, and that flooring is fixed to go on that wall. Damn. Now, the GoPro 10 up there is going for the time lapse. They've been in the room here for, I don't know, what, at least 12, 24 hours. They've acclimated to the temperature of the house. And they're going up there just like that. Well, not like that, but they'll be straight. I think it goes really well with the colors here and the colors here. So, we're gonna get those thrown up there. I'm gonna have to get my cement right here ready and my trowel. Got the trowel here. It's got the teeth on it. It's a 16th inch trowel teeth, which will work for this. It's what it's made for. It's a vinyl adhesive trowel, and that's what I wanted to go on there. And I'm just gonna go right over that wall and kick it in the butt and get this done. Hang on just a sec. Let me get my trusty little tripod out of the bottom right here so I can just set this on the counter or on this table here, and we'll see what is going on with that. Make sure it's in view, because that's one thing with the GoPro 7 right there. It doesn't have a front screen viewer like the 10 does, so I have to adjust from behind it manually, which kind of sucks. Right, I've already got my level set, but I've been gone moving around doing stuff, so I'm actually going to remeasure, make sure it's correct, because right here above the baseboard all the way up to the wall, the ceiling, is right at 93 inches. It's 92 and something. I'm gonna call it 93 because I'm not tall enough to see it, and that looks good. I guess to be for aesthetic purposes, and I guess I need to get a measurement on it. Make sure it's, for the most part, correct. Oh, nah, you know it. Come on.
Are you mean to the very bottom of the deal?
Nope, just to the top of the frame. Yep, 93, boy, exact. So that's gonna be right there added, it's 93 right here. So hopefully the wall is square and it's 93 all the way across. I guess we'll see. But you know what? There's guys.
Got a question. The trim, if you go with it, do you need the same size of trim if you replace it?
Yeah, it can't be any smaller.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying, are we gonna have to cut the trim, or are we gonna have to cut?
It'll either overlap or be the same.
Okay, I'm just curious.
93, so hey, they squared this up pretty good. Actually kind of surprising. Because most generally it's not square. And an easy way to find the center when you get a tape measure, that was 93. Just take measure where it measured at, and then just fold the tape measure into itself, bump it up against the 93 right there. Bam. That's held. And squeeze that, and there's your half point at 46 and a half. So 46 and a half is where this line should be. Because I want it on the half mark. And that is not 46 and a half, that is 43 and a half. Make sure, measure twice, cut once. 93, which is going to be 46 and a half because half of 90 is 45. So, but still, for the making sure, 46 and a half, right there at the half mark. So 46 and a half. And that's 43 and a half. So that needs to come up to 46 and a half.
Do you want me to hold the tape measure or something?
I get it. Just take a few trips. Right there. My lines are going all the way across the wall. It's 44 and a half. So a little bit more. Thank goodness I got the tripod with the elevator stand on it, which helps out tremendously. Especially with that level. Oh, look at that. Right there. 46 and 5/16. Woo! Right there close. Just a nudge. All I needed was just a little nudge. Oh. I gotta go down just a little. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Just for perfection.
You can tell me what to
I think that should, right there at 46 and a half, perfect. Look at this over here. And that is slightly above, so the level's a little off. Just press the whole thing down in the carpet. That way it kind of hopefully levels it out. Because it's on carpet, so, you know, carpet's never level, because it's stupid. For one, 46 and a half and 46 and a half. All right. So now, the level is supposed to be level all the way across. It's going from that wall, and if I get out of the way, it's actually coming over here to this wall. It's dim. It's just a 30-foot level, but it works. And it's wrapping around, so I can see it. It works. And that's what we're going for. Now this adhesive, it's a pro. For drives for visible chalk lines, all the good stuff, blah, 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 blah. what was recommended. Guys, you don't know. This is what was recommended for the vinyl composite tile, composition tile, blah, blah, blah. So, it's a 1/16 by 1/16 by 3/32, or 1/16 by 1/16 by 1/16. So, that means that's your trowel teeth measurements. So, and the directions on this is all in Spanish, except for the US side right there. This is actually acclimated because it's been here like a week. Products ready to use, does not require mixing. Materials and area temperature must be between 65 and 95 degrees Fahrenheit, maximum blah, 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 all the good time. Open time up is 60 minutes, working time is 8 to 12 hours. Spread adhesive uniformly, of course, no joke. So it looks like it is ready. All I have to do is be ready to put the peel and stick up there. And you gotta be smarter than what you're working with to get it open. That's a pain in the rear. Oh, there we go. Ah! Well, that's nasty. All right, we're back. And we got this going on. All righty. Let's get some more glue, cement, whatever you want to call it up there. Using a paint stick to get that on there, because that bucket is a pain in the rear. So, right there. You don't need much of this, but I did find out that you need a pretty decent coat, because we came back, this one right here had fallen. So, of course I didn't put too much pressure to it. But, oh, you one of these, don't you? Kind of lost in where I'm at and where I'm going. All right. Feel that. Get this up here. Still want your 1/8 inch over here against this wall, or 1/16. That way it has room to expand for your expansion joint on the ends. Ooh, we're sliding. I didn't have that on there. There. Yours. Wipe my seam right there because had some on it. Put that pressed on there. Not that seam again. Which I'm actually kind of glad it bleeds over that way, because now I have glue in between the joints of the tiles as well. And since that other one fell, we got a trusty roller here. And all it is a rolling pin. But I'm just gonna use that and roll it and kind of press it on there. There. Get that pressed a little bit and get it done. Come back and do the next one going across. Get all this covered up So each of it can support each other, hopefully. Across there. Now here's where it gets a little tedious, I think, because I don't want to get any on my planks and tile that I've already got put down. And I don't want to miss any spots either.
So if you're having to put much of it, a thick glop, then wouldn't that not work better with the roller?
It needs those teeth in there. All right. Go on to the next one. I'm glad it's kind of forgiving, so I can use it and get all my joints put up together so they match and I don't have any creases or seams or anything like that. Now that's what you want, your overlap right here, a slight overlap back and forth. You're gonna have that. I've seen some people on YouTube, they actually done their center line and they done this quarter, that quarter, this quarter, and that quarter, all with this line. So now that makes your seam right here and right here. It's not what you want. You want your half seam going across, which is fine, but your center seam, you don't want it the same place. You want it staggered. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. That'll be
Can't do it anyway.
because all I cared about was being level. That's all I care about.
Any of that back so we're not wasting so many.
Yeah, because I got a bad habit of just tossing it. I do. I ain't gonna lie. There we go. Got that one up there. Now I'm just gonna go on across. I'll go ahead and finish this top row out as well, just to have it done. Just dawned on me, when you're trialing, go up. If you go down, you're pushing everything down and gravity will take over. But your trial will catch it if you go up with it. Okay, ladies and gents. Whew, I'm going to take a break. I'm hot. Got half of it done. I think it's looking really good. I went ahead and took off the baseboard so I could actually go up under it instead of cutting it all the length of the wall. Took off that one over there. Just got the top part to do. Looking kind of snazzy. I'm liking this. This is cool. I'm glad we chose this. I'm liking this idea. It's a little bit of work, but I'd recommend it to anyone, honestly. It's going to make an awesome accent wall. Well, until next time. Again, I'll catch you later. Okay, sports fans, we are back again, and we're going to finish this top part right here. It's still a mess in here, as you can see. I got the time lapse right there, and let's get this going. So, with that being said, we're going to get this finished. Oh, and sorry about the glare. I know, I'm bald. Going to get this going. I'm going to get that wall finished. Then get everything cleaned up. And hopefully, maybe, tomorrow or in a few days, I'll be moved in here. Apologize about the light too. I know it's kind of hideous on the time lapse, and it's probably hideous on this as well. But that's what I got for right now. It's a workroom right now. So let's finish this. Right there, let's finish that. All right, people. Just now finished it. Put in the last square up at the top. I didn't like it because it's a small square. And I had to work quick at the end because of the fact of I put all that glue on at the last, as you've seen, because the trowel was not gonna fit in that little spot, so I had to do something. So I put all that glue on where the trowel fit at last and done all that. I think it actually worked a little better because the glue is really, really tacky. It's crazy. I know where the imperfections are because I can see it, but that's it. There's a few, and of course, as y'all seen, I made a few wrong cuts there, but it's up, it's done. All I need to do is throw the trim up, do a few touch-up paint places, and well, that'll be it. The doors and the trim. Just a few touch-up paints and change all the outlets. That'll be it. We're about finished. I don't know what I'm doing. I just make it look good. Well, kind of. Anyway. That is it with all this mess right here. Sorry about that light. That's got a big glare to it. But that is the new office and game room. And I just noticed my lens has all kinds of spots all over it. Sorry about that. Well, that's it for tonight. I'm going to let that set up. And until next time, we'll catch you later. Hey guys, Toaster 12 here. I've basically got the game room / office finished as far as it's going to get right now. I've got everything moved into it for the most part. A couple other things I'm just going to throw in there. Nothing major, but let's go have a look. All right. Down the hallway, and there's light. Haven't changed the doors yet, but I plan on it eventually. Oh, AC's on and the door's got a suction to it. Look at that. Everything's set up, all my lights. I don't have that one on up there. That's my PlayStation ambient light. I need to put batteries in it. I do have my Minecraft lamp on. Got the room finished. This is just basically the ambient light. I want to put in some floating shelves with LED, but I haven't done that yet. That'll be a little later. I haven't got the TV put up. It'll go right here. Turn the light on now. Then we've got the surprise over. This light in here is awful bright. I'm gonna have to tone that down a little bit. Probably end up getting a new ceiling fan anyway, for the most part, because that's awfully bright. I just don't like that. So, got my printer and paper shredders over there. Kind of like the office setup. Some games stacked up right there. Charging station. Oh, and my wine coasters. You gotta have wine coasters. Of course, they actually work as beer coasters as well. I use them for whatever coaster I have. My little trusty GameStop bag right there. Use the shelves from the living room, since we took the entertainment center out of there. Use those and kind of left them as they are. I'll end up changing them up in a little bit, probably after a while. Got the PlayStation and the PC, and the PlayStation Lite, controllers and the Wi-Fi, headphones on the trusty knob, monitors all set up. Had a jack with those a little bit. They went stupid. I don't know what it was. My tablet, PlayStation mug. Kevin, he's holding my pens. Yep, got my tablet. My to-do list for today. My controller for the 5, the PS5 for the PC that I've got hooked to the PC, the controller for it. I don't have the Xbox in here. All I have right now is the Switch and the PlayStation 5. I'm actually going to alleviate the Xbox S and the PlayStation 4, but I will have the Xbox Series X in here. I just really have no idea where I'm going to put it. I've got to figure that out. This is it. This is what we have. This is what I've done. And I'm not done, but this is about as good as it's going to get right now. You know, I should have done that vertically. I should have changed the camera angle on this, but I didn't. Oh well. We're going to eventually change out the doors and put barnwood doors there. Actual framed barnwood doors are not going to be the sliders because of the desk and stuff. So it's going to be framed barnwood doors right here matching. And I'm also going to do the trim all the way around, which I have not finished. Do the trim all the way around the window, frame the accent wall all the way around. The reason why I just went ahead and moved on in, the only thing I got left to do basically is the framing. And I can just kind of pull the stuff out and move it as I need and put the framing up. So it's really no big deal. Change a ceiling fan, mount a TV, and do the framing. Do the doors. The doors will probably be last. I was going to do the TV today, but after moving that desk and everything around it and in it and on it, I'm done. I had to take the desk apart in half, and thank goodness I had a four-wheel dolly, or a truck, some people call it. And I rolled it up there on it, moved it in here and put it back together, and it's been a bitch. Just, whoop, got a message. It has been a bitch. But you know what? I got it done for the most part. Now it's time to play. Hope y'all enjoyed. As I do more, I'll probably throw a little tidbit update videos on there. But as of right now, thanks for watching. Hope you like it. Check out the time-lapse video. Time-lapse. English is so hard. Time-lapse video of this. And thanks for watching. Hope you like it. Thumbs up would be great. Until next time, we'll catch you later.